Anytime that needs to be adjusted, please text the word NOW along with your issue and receipt location to 55555. The solutions team will respond immediately. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the game.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find them. It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And now Washington's starting group. They've got Carlton Carrington, also Johnson out there. Corey Kispert is out there with Alexander Song. And it's Champagnie in at the fourth spot. Hurtling down the home stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see. But we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
MP passes to Thomas. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Carrington. Nice ball movement by Washington. And he banks in the layup.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Here's MP. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Outside, George. Pass to Thomas. To the inside. Here's Wolf. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Song, the pass to Champagnie. Now, MP. Providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. Inside, Wolf, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Washington has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Carrington. Pass to Champagnie. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. MP outside. Now Thomas. Shot clock at 6. MP inside. Defended by Carrington. So for the Wizards, their last game, a loss to the Heat in Miami. Kispert, no good. George against Johnson. To the middle. Right side, Thomas. And Sarr pulls it down. Washington. And trailing. Sarr with the screen on George. And Sarr gets it to go on the assist from Kispert.
Yeah, this is why you involve the big man. in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
MP passes to Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Song. They set the pick. Over Claxton. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
With skills like a traditional wing, Sarr might get more looks like that from the mid-range.
Here's MP. No scoring in this one. Here's Wolf. George passes to Wolf. Shot clock at 5. Here's MP. Missed inside.
Wow, that's just great defense, forcing that double clutch.
And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
Pass to Thomas. Outside, George. To the paint. Wolf shot's good. Wolf got 8.
Paul George can do it all on the floor, including operate that pick and roll. Beautiful find.
Carrington bounce pass on the wing. Johnson fires for 3. Carrington, that's good. He has 5. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Back to Carrington. Johnson outside. Pass to Carrington. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now, here's MP. He has yet to score. Outside for George. Puts up a deep 3. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards leading by 3. Pass to Carrington. Sarr with a screen on MP. Here's Champagnie. And it's off from 3-point range. MP outside. George looking over the floor. There's a good screen. Pass to MP. Driving the lane. Now Claxton. And stolen by Song. And they're moving it up. Kispert, no good. Nets trail by 3. And here's George for 3. The rebound by Champagnie. And the rejection by Claxton. George dishes to MP. Spins. Down low. Outside for George. The 7-footer falls.
Well, that makes his night a little bit easier when Paul George gets a look like that inside.
Pass to Kispert. Nice ball movement by Washington. Now here's Johnson. Takes the 3. And it's MP with the rebound. And here is Thomas. Defended by Kispert. Thomas kicks to MP. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 4 assists in the game.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Brooklyn making some changes. Ani's checked in, and it's Williams in for Thomas. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Washington. Cam Whitmore comes in for Johnson. Pass to Kispert. They double him with George. Now Carrington. Sarr with the screen on MP. Back to Carrington. The Wizards with another miss. The Nets with the lead. The drive by MP.
Yeah, MP was not going to waste that opportunity, showing everybody what he's capable of off the dribble.
George sets a screen for Whitmore. Looking to end the run. Good D by Williams.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season. They will likely not use to sign a star free agent, rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is
priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Washington calls timeout. With a quick break in the action, let's go to our rookie leaderboard and see which shooters have been the most efficient in this season's second half. Trey Johnson on top. MV is second.
You know, both scoring with tremendous efficiency, especially since the break. I mean, finding those holes in the defense has paid big dividends.
Pass to Kispert. Sarr sets the screen for George. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity, and the shot is good.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Nets.
MP inside. Defended by Carrington. It's tipped. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Great energy.
Champagne's checked in, and Kispert subbed in for Gill. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. On the wing, Whitmore. Back to Johnson. Pass to Kispert. Now Whitmore. Off target with his three. Taking a look at the Wizards. Keyshawn George is out there with Corey Kispert. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Champagnie in at the 5, roaming the paint. Williams passes to MP. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Cam Whitmore.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think score. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
And yes, it's good.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. To the middle. Brooklyn with the rebound. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Pocket 2. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. He was a dime.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He dropped 48 points, and what an offensive performance overall, turning in a new season high for him in points. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Outside Williams. Thomas deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Clowney. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Clowney's got 6.
Well, he was gold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Pass to Whitmore. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Alexander Saw. He's checked in for Keyshawn George. MP finds Thomas. Takes it from 10. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Alex Saw. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Yeah, and they're shooting. Really starting to pick up here in the second.
You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
Here's Whitmore. No good on the 3. Nets trail by 5. MP passes to Wolf. Back to MP. Inside. Wolf's shot's good. Wolf got 10 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Champagny. MP against Johnson. A rebound by the Nets. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside for Thomas. For the 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Well, the moment that ball is headed towards Thomas, he has one thing on his mind.
Kisper with it. Still without a basket. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's MP. It's blocked.
And there's Whitmore, that 7-foot wingspan coming in handy.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Claxton the pass to MP. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Johnson. A 3-ball. Drops in the tray. Johnson's got the lead up to 5 now for Washington.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Paul George is checked in for Zaire Williams. And a change for the Wizards. Carrington's checked in. George passes to Claxton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. And here's George. 5 points in the game. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
MP kicks to Thomas. In the corner, George with it. Pass to MP. The rebound by Carrington.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Johnson inside. Thomas is on him. Johnson gets the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Inside, MP gets it.
Well, these types of looks are easy for MP. The defense must make it harder for the young guy.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to George. Kispert setting the pick for George. And the dunk by Kispert.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
MP with a screen on Johnson. Rebound by the Wizards. Champagne's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Carrington. Johnson outside. Takes it from 10, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
MP's on the move.
Look at MP getting slick with it. That's a great move to have at the ready.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's the screen. Here's Johnson. Again, the Wizards score.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's MP. Getting it done against contact. It's MP.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Johnson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nets trail by 7. Here's MP. Rebound by the Wizards. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Launches it. No good there. Trey Johnson has been leading the charge for the Washington Wizards. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, when you're missing threes, you have a couple of choices. Work the ball inside or try to shoot your way out of it. They've chosen the latter, Jack.
Indeed they have. Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
MP is making great decisions tonight. As an NBA top point guard, that's job number 1. Get the ball to where it needs to go.
And for him, often the best option is to call his own number. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. You know, Trey Johnson has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And you have to like what we're seeing from Trey Johnson.
Yeah, they needed that timeout. They're searching for answers right now, how to slow this guy down.
And here we can check out the score for MP. MP out there with Cam Thomas. Then it's George. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wolf in at the power forward position. So that's the Nets 5. MP, good.
They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
Wizards leading by 5. Johnson outside. Back to Carrington. Here's Champagnie. Now Carrington. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the 3. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Driving inside. Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Thomas got 5 points so far.
Yeah, Thomas can spread his selection out on the floor, which keeps the defense guessing.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Out to the right wing. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Carrington. Johnson outside. There's the 3. Paul George with the steal. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game. Use the things that got you here and see if it sticks. Back over to you, Kevin.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Carrington. And that time, also a missed shot.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Here's Wolf. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Sarr. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. The shot by Johnson, no good.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Outside Thomas. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field. At this point, they might need to try something different. Over to start the half.
Here's MP. What a move, MP.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
Washington calls timeout. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? MP is number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Wizards trail by 3. Pass to Sarr. Back to Carrington. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at Brooklyn, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. And checking out Washington, they're just sitting 1 spot down right under here.
Right now, for the Wizards,
they're focused on just finishing this season strong, playing a solid last week of basketball so they can hold their heads high at the end of the season.
MP outside. Pass to Wolf. Back to MP. And here's George for 3. Rebound, Washington. And the big fella, Alex Sarr, showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
It's George on the wing. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And with the pause here, how about the stats for Thomas? Averaging about 16 points, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
To the inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And with a strong finish, he finally ends that 13-0 run by the Nets.
MP outside. Outside, George over Kispert. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Champagnie. Down low. Thomas against Johnson. Over Thomas. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Johnson.
This is what Coach and Johnson's teammates want to see. The rookie continuing to find shots tonight.
MP, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Carrington. For the tie. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Now, here's MP. Defended by Carrington.
No, young players should focus on sharing the ball out there, and MP right now certainly endearing himself to his teammates with passes like that.
Back to Carrington. Johnson outside. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Drake.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Here's MP, and it's good off the glass. 20 points for MP.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Back to Carrington. Wizards passing it around. 11 feet away. Johnson can't get it to go. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And it's denied.
Great timing on the...
Johnson against MP. Kispert on the wing. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Kispert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
What a beautiful look. Attacking the defense and then kicking it outside.
Williams kicks to MP. And the dunk by MP.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Now, here's George. He's got 8. Johnson right side. And so it's Brooklyn enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Washington, Whitmore is out there with Johnson. Then it's George. Then there's Kispert. And it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Kispert, bounce pass. And it's Whitmore missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
That's the Demon. Back to MP. No good with the triple.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Bagley trying to free himself up. Count it. Good.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Johnson against MP. That's the Demon. Back to MP. Clock at 6. MP takes the bump and connects.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Johnson, the pass to George. Johnson sets the screen for George. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Back to MP. MP showing the range.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to George. To the middle. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Over to the wing. It's Williams, high post. Here's MP, who's guarded by Johnson. MP, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. Whitmore with it. He's against Williams. And Zaire Williams picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Alexander Saw. He's checked in for Bagley. MP against Johnson. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, the dime from MP on time and on target.
Wizards trail by 15. Inside. Pass to Kispert. The Wizards working the ball around now. And here's George for 3. No good. Shot missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
MP kicks to Wilson. Back to MP. Releases. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Johnson finds Sarr. Now Whitmore. Claxton covering. Johnson for 3. Good on the triple.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
The drive by MP. And MP throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Drives to the hoop. Banked in off the glass. MP's got 17 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Kispert wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good. Nets leading by 16. Wilson kicks to MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. For the Wizards, Champagne's checked in. And it's Johnson in for Cam Whitmore. MP with it. Shoots from the block. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy, and so he hits both. Wizards trail by 18. Pass to Sarr. Here's Carrington, covered by MP. And here is Johnson. Rebound, Brooklyn. Thomas got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's George. Washington with the rebound. Johnson, the pass to Champagnie. And the rejection by Claxton. The 3 from MP. The rebound by Champagnie. Champagnie's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kispert finds Carrington. He's looking for Kispert and finds him.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
MP right side. Outside, George. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
With the ability to make plays from the wing, Paul George is a complete offensive player.
Right wing. Pass to Johnson. Over Thomas. Bank shot. No good.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And George kicks to MP. A three-pointer off the mark. Wizards trail by 20. Pass to Carrington. Off target from outside.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Here's Champagnie. Now, here's Kispert, defended by George. Kispert, the pass to Champagnie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. To the paint. And Sarr pulls it down. Washington shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. And here is Kispert. Here's Carrington. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Here's Kispert. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Sarr. Here's Champagnie. And he's good on the 3-ball.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
No, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
After Champagnie, now Kispert. Sarr with the screen. on George. Kispert dishes to Johnson. Shot from 16, and he can't bank that one in. MP left side. Pass to Thomas, looking to get it going. It's blocked. Carrington with the ball, now defended by MP.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Pass to Thomas. Back to MP. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Now Carrington. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. It's involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
30-plus points usually means you had a good night. Wins do, too. This is your job, MP, and it's hard work, but does it feel like hard work on nights like tonight?
Man, it is hard work. You got the best players on earth testing you on both sides of the court. And 20...
Back to you, Kevin.
Good stuff, Dominic. Thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
game, MP.